Answering your questions, things you don't understand. Question 1, why do bats hang upside down? Bats have specialized tendons in their feet that allow their claws to grip a surface when they relax, so they can hang upside down without the need for very much muscular effort. And also, many bat species are poorly adapted to launching from the ground, so roosting above the ground gives them a convenient position from which to take off, as dropping from a height means that gravity provides some initial velocity and they can use that momentum to help to launch into flight. Also, hanging high above the ground can also help to protect bats from predators, particularly when they roost in caves and trees or other inaccessible places, so it is best for them to just hang in there rather than wing it. Question 2, why do women live longer than men? Women do typically live longer than men, and this isn't just true for humans but also true for many other mammals. For human women, the reasons come down to a combination of biological, behavioral and social factors. Biologically speaking, estrogen provides significant protection against cardiovascular disease before menopause, as it helps to maintain healthy blood vessels, improve cholesterol, and reduce inflammation. And this natural defense is why premenopausal women generally have a lower risk of heart disease and high blood pressure than men of the same age. But this gap does narrow after menopause when estrogen levels begin to decline. There may also be a genetic component that means that women live longer. Biologically speaking, women have 2 X chromosomes and men have only 1 X chromosome and 1 Y chromosome. Important genetic information on the X chromosome is duplicated in women, and it can compensate for potential gene mutations and defects on the other X chromosome. But this isn't the case for men, and that's also the reason for why colour blindness is significantly more common in men. Also, the X chromosome contains gene segments that influence the body's immune system, and if these gene segments are defective in men, they can't be compensated for by a second defective free X chromosome. So women may have an advantage due to the double X chromosome. Also, on average, women are more likely to visit the doctor than men. They generally drink less alcohol, smoke less, and eat healthier, whereas men are less statistically likely to seek some forms of preventative healthcare and mental health support, which usually results in later diagnosis or treatment. So taken together, these factors contribute to the average female lifespan being longer in most parts of the world, although the size of the difference does vary between countries and over time. Question 3, can you make soap from human fat like in Fight Club? I actually looked this up years ago after I watched the film, and the answer is yes, it is chemically possible to make soap from human body fat. Fats can undergo saponification, which is a reaction in which fats are combined with a strong alkali to produce soap and glycerol. But that said, Fight Club does simplify the process a lot. Fat that's been obtained from liposuction would contain tissue and fluids and other biological material that would need to be processed and separated before it could be used as a reasonably pure fat source for purposes of soap making. However, there are some historical reports of human fat being used to make soap. It's never been normal or widespread, and the most recent example I can think of is that it was used in this art. Some might call it fat, and I hope you found these explanations to be eye-opening. Great questions, keep asking questions, and never stop learning.